This video is brought to you by VIP Graphics, home to design assets for the pros by the pros. We have templates ranging from pitch decks and financial models to mock-ups and UI kits. Everything that your business needs to accelerate its workflow and impress your audience. In this video, we're going to walk through how to use our financial model template for mobile apps. With this template for Excel and Google Sheets, you can predict the performance of your mobile app business in a matter of minutes. You want to start on the Assumptions tab. We've scrolled down all the way to the Revenue section, and the first cells you'll update are the average price per product for your in-app purchases and your subscriptions. Depending whether you have a freemium or premium app, you might not have any subscription, you could just put $0 here, or you might only have subscription, no in-app purchases. Either way, it's really easy to update. Just change these two cells and I'll pull through to the rest of the model. After you've done this, you want to move on to the marketing section of the assumption sheet. Up here, you'll notice that there's a monthly marketing budget that gets allocated across all of these channels. But what we do is we subtract the cost for all the other channels and then allocate the remainder for just advertising. You'll see we've already filled in the research for industry benchmarks on things like click-through rate and cost per click. And if you click on the assumptions, it'll even take you to the source where we got these numbers from. But if you have different unit metrics for your business, you can easily fill them in here and I'll update the rest of the sheet. After you've filled the advertising section, you'll want to move on to the rest of the more ad hoc type marketing activities like events and activations, affiliates and influencers. You'll notice you're able to fill in a number for these on each month, so you can very specifically change your allocation and your marketing plan as well as the costs associated. And once again, we filled in the research for you and linked the benchmarks. After you finish all of these marketing channels, you can scroll down to revenue and see how this all influences your earnings. You'll notice that we start out with subscriptions and in-app purchases as the two primary revenue generators for mobile app businesses, but we've also included advertising down here in case you use ads to generate some extra revenue. You can account for all of the earnings that your business will generate by simply tweaking this sheet. So once you finish the assumptions, you'll notice that everything gets populated into this annual cash flow summary as well as this top level charts dashboard where you can see a visual overview of your performance. After completing the assumptions, you want to move on to the salaries and wages and fixed operating costs. These are the two expense sheets of the financial model. On salaries and wages, you can fill in any full-time employees, any part-time or contract labor, as well as even anyone who may work with you for only 1 of the 3 years or somewhere in between. And we will calculate all of your taxes, benefits, payroll, all that stuff automatically. Once you've finished the salaries and wages, fixed operating costs are quite straightforward. You're just going to allocate any expenses that aren't accounted for already, like licenses, travel, research, that sort of stuff. And all of that will get pulled in automatically into the cash flow summary where you can see how much money is going into the business, how much money is going out, and how much you got in the bank at any time, which is particularly useful for your prediction purposes. Along with the cash flow summary, the model also automatically generates the annual statements for your business, a 3-statement model, including income statements, cash flow, and balance sheet for every single year. So you can pull all of this data in and check out how this all affects your predictions by tweaking any of these cells in the assumption sheet. So say you don't need as big of an initial investment, or that you expect a higher conversion rate from freemium to subscription, you can easily tweak these numbers and see how that influences your overall performance. So that pretty much covers how to edit this model. It's really quite straightforward to predict your performance with this mobile app financial model template. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team or visit the website for a more detailed FAQ.